Yo. Welcome to Every Inch Counts podcast. I'm your host, Josh Bogs Life Boger, and we are lucky number 13. This is episode 13. Wow. Not gonna lie, I am fucking exhausted. It has been a long week, a long stretch of days. But anyways, today, another familiar face on the pod. You've seen her a couple times. First time we had her on, I really wanted to, get an interview. That didn't happen. And the second time, she interviewed me. Now this time, we're interviewing her. It's my girlfriend, Faith Zimmerman. Say what's up.
Hi. He just keeps inviting me back, apparently.
You're the easiest guest to get on, babe.
It's my house.
All I gotta do is just go upstairs and be like, yo, come down.
Okay.
But before we get into it, let's get into what happened this week. And it's just been a wild set of events, and I am exhausted. I am mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. Today I'm physically exhausted because we went golfing.
I worked all day.
But first, let's start out. We went to Alabama for her family reunion.
Yep.
Which I should have brought the podcast equipment because everyone was asking to get on the pod.
Everyone's asking what it was, what it's on, so they could look it up. A whole shebang.
It was pretty cool to hear about all that stuff. But at the same time, I didn't think I needed to bring my equipment, but I probably should have. But it was fun. I had a good time out there.
That's good. I'm happy you had a good time.
Yeah, your family's fun. It was for her family reunion. I said that weird reunion. A lot of people met a lot of people.
So half my family lives in Indiana, half my family lives in Alabama. I have few in Oklahoma, Tennessee, California, that stuff. But Alabama people we see regularly, once a year at least. Josh's first boyfriend I brought down there. So it was very exciting for everyone because it's never happened before.
Yeah, I'm special.
True. Very true.
But I also had a good time. The house we stayed in, fucking gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Two of my cousins down there built houses on my aunt's property. So we stayed at one of my cousins' houses down there.
And they have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old? They're close around those ages.
Yeah, it has to be 5 or 3.
These bedrooms, I swear, I wish I was a little 3-year-old and had my own walk-in closet or my own bathroom.
They're very
I wish I had
rooms.
that now. He's got it when he's 3 years old. And the kid's going to have a great life.
They built their dream house. So they built a house with the kids' bedrooms in it. So that way when the kids got older, they had their own bedrooms tailored to them with their own bathroom in it. So as they got older, they could do it up the way they wanted. But the decorations right now are for when they get a little bit older to sleep in their own rooms.
Yeah. It's so cool. That house was so fun. And then we brought home, we're puzzle people.
We are puzzle people.
I am not afraid to admit, we are puzzle people. They had about 20, or no, they had more, but we took home probably
They had about 100 puzzles probably there.
We took home probably 20 puzzles on top of all the rest of the stuff that we bought down there. Which was nuts. So we're going to be doing puzzles for the rest of our lives, and we probably won't have to buy them, even though I just bought them for your birthday.
Yeah, but I think we're going to do the 2 puzzles you bought me for my birthday first.
Your birthday was on the 22nd when we were in Alabama. So last year I was not able to actually see her on her birthday. I got to sneeze. Oh, no. But not being able to see her on her birthday, and then this year I was finally able to celebrate it with her. It was cool. We dressed up nice for a solid 5-10 minutes because the blistering heat.
I stayed in my dress longer than that.
I got the fuck out of my.
I only asked you to bring the shirt for a picture,
and I took it off as soon as we were done.
But back to why you didn't see me for my birthday last year. I have a rule with my family in Alabama. You're not allowed to go down and see them unless we've been dating at least a year. They're a big part of my life. I don't just let everybody meet them or go down there. I've never brought anyone down there. Like, it was a big thing.
All right. Yeah, it's understandable. Understandable.
So, we were only dating for like, what?
3 months.
3-4 months at that point.
3 months, yeah. We've been dating for almost a year and 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Wow. Feels like a lifetime.
You know what? I'm going to head out.
No, you're not. You're stuck here. You're stuck here for about an hour. A little bit over an hour.
Okay.
But after Alabama, unfortunately, one of her dogs had to be put down. How long ago do you think?
It was before Alabama.
It was way before. But
it was like a month before Alabama.
So
it's one of my mom's dogs. So I have a dog named Blue, who's 5. My mom has 2 bulldogs. One of them unfortunately passed away. But their background.
Yeah, it's a background. So she's been itching to get a dog.
No. Not me.
I'm not talking about you.
You didn't specify.
Her mom has been itching to get a dog, and she wanted us to get one, but then I was like going over, like just thinking in my head, I would prefer to like live with her, to have a dog, because it would just be so much easier, because her dog don't listen to me, and I'm here almost every day.
I've had my dog for 5 years.
Let me explain.
Known him for a year.
Let me explain. And
I thought this was my interview.
It is, but we haven't got to the interview part yet. But I would rather be hands-on 100% of the time, pretty much, except for like work and all that stuff, with the dog, being in the same house with the dog that I'm sleeping in the same house with that dog.
I agree with you.
I just want to be 100% in.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But we were looking at in Alabama. We're like, oh, you guys could get dogs. I'm like, okay, maybe that would have been a long ride home. You've already done that before with your dog.
Yeah.
But fast forward to Friday. So yesterday, we're recording this on a Saturday night. Usually it's Friday night, so we're a day behind actually because of this. I get a text from Faith.
Can I say my side? Because I found out before you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, Thursday night, I get home from work, and my mom shows me a picture of this dog at the shelter that's near the house. And I was like, she's cute. She's like, I think I love her. And I was like, she's cute, but I don't want to get her. If you want to get her, go right ahead. Then she's like, okay, maybe I'll think about it. Friday at work, I'm on my lunch, and my mom calls me, and she's like, so I'm really thinking about getting her. I said, okay, go ahead. If you want her, get her. Because, I mean, it's going to be like, if you want, she's 3. Okay. So she's a little bit old. She's not older, but like out of her puppy phase.
Yeah.
So I was like, if you want to get her, more than welcome, get her. She's like, okay, I'll think about it. Then I get a text from my brother about an hour or so later, and he's like, so I think we're getting it. I said, okay. Sounds good. What do you need me for? He's like, I just want to make sure you're definitely okay with it. I said, I'm okay if she wants to get it.
You kind of have no decision in this.
Like, it's fine, whatever. And then I get another text that they're actually going to get it. So I FaceTime them, and the dog's in the car. She's like, it's for your dog, for a play date, for them to play. And I said, okay.
That's a long play date.
So I texted Josh and warned him because he's not good around new dogs.
I have this thing. When I was younger, I've been chased by, it sounds so bad, I've been chased by dogs numerous times. I don't trust dogs unless, like, if someone could tell me, like, oh, it's a really good dog. It's a good dog. But I will be the judge of that when I see that dog. That's just how I am. I've always been that way. Even when I was little, it just, I wouldn't say it's a phobia, because it's not a phobia, because I'm fine with that dog now. But just, I there's something about it that just, like, gives me anxiety, and I don't know why. I can't explain it. But fast forward to when we got back, that dog it's one of the sweetest dogs in the world. The only thing is a little aggressive with the other dogs, but
she's not aggressive. She plays aggressive.
That's what I mean.
She's not No, because aggressive means fighting. She's not trying to fight them. She plays aggressive because I think that's how she played with the other dogs in the shelter. Our dogs are very laid back, like to...
Well, Blue's scared of everything.
My dog is very submissive, like does not, like he was a rescue, found him on the side of the road type of thing. Like we don't know what happened with him, but he's very submissive. She just likes to play aggressive. My dog does not. So we're trying to...
Maggie don't play at all.
Maggie was playing with her earlier when I got home from work.
For real?
Like literally her tail was wagging, her whole body was wagging playing with her.
So Maggie, the old bulldog mix, right?
Yeah.
She's mixed with something in bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
We first got her. She comes in the house, and bulldogs, when they bite, they attach.
But Maggie doesn't have the jaw of a bulldog. Like she has some of the jaw, but she doesn't have the big underbite. It's an English bulldog. She doesn't have a big underbite because she's mixed with something. So it's like she has that strong teeth.
They'll grab on and they thrash. So we had to stop that, and then fast forward to today. Well, no, not even. We like putting the dogs in the cage when they go to bed. And that was a big ordeal last night.
It was just, we only do that because when we had bulldogs, we've had bulldogs for like a decade now. When we have the bulldogs, when they chew on things with their underbite, it tears things apart. And our bulldogs used to do that when they were puppies. So we crate trained them to sleep in the cage. They never think it's a punishment. It's literally just to sleep. Blue was already crate trained when we took him home. He was totally okay. Her name's Ruby. We named her Ruby.
That's right.
She's half husky. She has a blue eye and a brown eye. But Ruby, she was not about the cage.
Nope.
I have to work. I had to work today and I have to work tomorrow. And I was like, I can't sleep with her whining in that cage. Like, I'm not going to be able to. Like, it's just how I am. So she slept in bed with me last night with Blue. And Maggie slept on the floor because she doesn't like to lay in my bed anyway.
It was a sleepover.
In my room.
Yep. Yeah. So, and then I'm like, okay, I'll be at your house early. Just so, because she's going to work and she doesn't know if anyone's going to be up. So I'm like, okay, I'll be here early. What time you leaving? She goes around 8. I'm like, okay, I'll be there.
Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, shit, it's been a day. So I can hear her around like 8. And she leaves. Of course, her mom's up.
I called you as soon as she walked
I was already
downstairs.
on the road, so I wasn't turning back around. I was already on the road when I found out her mom was up. I'm like, okay, cool. I could come downstairs and sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I slept a little bit too long.
So I called him at 12:20, and I had the receipts on my phone. I called him. We had a whole conversation. Literally talked for a solid 2 minutes. He doesn't remember.
Don't remember a single damn thing.
And he apparently fell back asleep.
So I have this problem. I had this problem where if I fall asleep, and you've seen me do it plenty of times, if I'm asleep and if I get woken up to do something or you get told something or whatnot and I go right back to sleep, I don't remember. Like, it's literally like blacking out. I don't remember anything that happened during that conversation. But the last time I got woke up, because I did get woken up once, your dad walked down here with Ruby, and Ruby was licking on me.
Okay.
But the last time I got woken up, it was to, we need your help. We can't find Ruby. So I'm looking.
I'm at work.
One of the reasons why I was slow getting up here, because I made sure I looked down here before anything.
Okay.
So I looked down here for the dog, not here. All of a sudden I hear, she's across the street. So the dog ran.
We live on a very busy road.
Yeah, her road is a busy street, like a main street, almost. So she ran across there, and then her brother's chasing, and then I guess I was in the spur of the moment. I'm like, I'm gonna outrun this damn thing, and it's proven I'm faster than the dog.
No, go on with the story.
And then her mom tells me, get the keys. So I get my keys and I'm driving. And I stop a couple times to try to get the dog. Didn't work. And then Then finally, I pull in front of the damn dog.
Like my mom told him to in the beginning.
And I got her. So I saved the day. Call me
Oh my
Superman.
gosh, you would have done it sooner if you listened.
Call me Superman.
I'm
did
not calling
the
you
thing.
Superman. I was at work.
I'm glad you were.
Yeah.
I would have got an earful.
Yeah. Yeah. Full first, middle, and last name.
No.
Mm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't as bad as you thought.
Listen, I only know that you told me, he literally told me it wasn't that big of a deal. And then my mom tells me he was so slow. He would.
I was moving. I wasn't moving at my normal rate, but I was
like,
moving.
I've seen you move after you first wake up and you think you're doing it quickly. You don't see yourself.
Are you saying I'm slow in the morning?
I'm saying, yes. Yes. You're the worst person to wake up.
How?
It literally, I will wake him up and he'll be like, 5 more minutes. Okay, I let him sleep for 15. Wake him up. It has not been 5 minutes. Yes, it has. 5 more. Let him sleep for another 15, 20 minutes. Wake him up. Why are you being so mean? I'm not being mean. Wake up.
Because I don't remember you telling me wake up
I know,
all those times.
but it's been 30 minutes extra.
Yeah.
At that point already.
Yeah. I still won't remember.
I know, but you're the worst person to wake up.
Whatever. Well, anyways, that has been our week. It's ridiculous.
The dogs are upstairs.
Dogs are upstairs. We had to close the door, actually, because I don't trust Ruby. I don't trust her with all this equipment out here.
She's just she's obsessed with my dog. My dog's obsessed with us, so he follows us and she follows him.
She's got a weird obsession with us. It's going to end up probably being our dog.
We'll see. We'll see.
But anyways, this is Every Inch Counts. Everyone knows that. We get deep.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
That's what she said.
Exactly. All right. Talk to me about early life. What's the earliest memory of your existence?
Okay, I don't have happy early memories.
That's perfectly fine.
No.
I got tissues somewhere.
No.
Oh, nope. They're
No,
gone.
they're over
I
there
had 'em-
where
I had
we
'em
sit.
I had them for Becca when she came
They're
on
over
the pod.
there by our puzzle that you
Oh.
finished for me.
Add that to the
Okay,
list.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
No, I don't have happy... It's not that I didn't have a happy childhood, because I definitely did. I just had a lot of anxiety at a really, really early age. Like, my first panic attack was I was, like, 5, maybe. Like,
That's weird.
it's not weird. I literally watched my uncle break my grandpa's ribs, and I ran across the side of the house and had a
never
panic
mind.
attack.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So a lot of my childhood was in therapy for that. My anxiety issues, my anger issues for that, that related with that scenario. And I don't know why, but my brain blocked out a lot of, like, I feel like what core memories would be.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
That's
like,
the same with my sister. My sister's the same way.
Like, well, I feel like me and Jess both really did have really, like, anxiety, like, insecurities at a really young age. Like,
I can see why she did.
we're not going into that.
I'm not. I'm not. Don't yell at me. I'm zipping lip. Keep going.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm really protective of his sister with him sometimes. But, yeah, I don't know. I used to look at myself in the mirror when I was in elementary school and literally look at myself and be like, you're ugly. No one will ever like you.
That's pretty messed up.
I don't know why I did it. Like, I really don't know why, but I did.
I used to look in the mirror when I was in elementary school and be like, yep, six-pack still there.
No, like, I really thought I was an ugly child. Like, I thought I was like, no one will ever love me. No one will ever like me. Like, and I think it stems from, like, girls in elementary school telling me that the guys that liked me only liked me because they couldn't have them. Like,
What do you mean by that?
like, because, like, the girls would, like, come up to me and be like, just so you know, he's only telling you that he has a crush on you because I told him I didn't like him.
Oh.
And I'd be like, okay. Sounds good.
Well, you at least got one person that loves you, so
Yeah, well, I have multiple people that love me.
Well, I'm talking significant other.
You, I know.
Yeah. I'm special. All right. So you went through a lot of traumatic experiences. It gave you anxiety. You still struggle with a little bit to this day.
Oh yeah.
Some things trigger you, and over this past almost year and a half, I figured it out. I think.
I think you're still learning.
But it's
you're
getting better. It's
you're
getting better. First
yeah.
time, I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
what the
better.
fuck you doing? Get happy.
That was only like a couple months into us dating though.
I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, damn, I'm dating one of them. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it happened a couple times just over time, and I learned like, yo, just be there.
Like I've been in a lot of therapy in my life, multiple different therapists. I hate therapists and I hate therapy. Yep. So, but they've definitely the ones that I liked more than I disliked, taught me things to help with the anxiety that I use now. But sometimes when it triggers, it's just sometimes harder to calm down from it.
Yeah. It is hard for you to calm down. You struggle with that part all the time where I'm like, just breathe. You're like, it's like you're in a freezer. Like, I swear. I'm like, girl, Killer Frost, cut the shit. And
well, it's like I don't even feel like I in my head, I literally look like the perfect calm person that I feel like I look.
Oh,
I
hell
am.
no.
Like,
you look like you're running around with your head cut off.
Well, majority of the time I am.
Okay, nearly headless Nick.
But yeah, my childhood I had a good childhood with like my parents and everything. Like,
your parents are awesome.
My parents are saints, absolutely adore them. My grandmother as well. I have a cousin I'm really close to.
We were just golfing.
Yeah, that
we golf pretty good.
Yeah, he helps me a lot. My brother helps me a lot. My sister helps me a lot, and they were great in my childhood. It's really just like, when people say like you are born or can be triggered with a chemical imbalance in your brain. Like, I don't fully understand the psychology of it, but I absolutely have no idea what caused my brain to think those things as a kid.
It's all right. You don't want to be like me and just think you're stupid.
I don't think you're stupid.
But that's how my brain works.
I know.
Like, you have your anxiety thing. My thing is like, oh, you're the dumbest idiot out here.
I know.
Like, even though I do have a pretty decently high IQ.
I literally talk you down all the time from thinking you're stupid.
Yeah, that's true. I just think I'm good with puzzles. That's why I think the IQ test is like good for me.
Finishing my side of the puzzles.
Yeah, she got mad at me today. So of course the dog situation, and then I'm like, okay, the dog's back. I'm gonna work on this puzzle we're working on in a little bit.
No, it's not we're working on. It's my side of the puzzle. We split the puzzle in half, and he was doing my side.
And I'm just like, add it to the list. Add it to the list of bullshit that I've done today.
Right. If we keep talking about it, I'm going to keep getting mad.
Good. Show some emotion on this.
I am emotion.
All right, let's move on. So, your early life, you had, a lot of trauma, anxiety, and then...
I don't want to say a lot of trauma, please.
Okay, a lot of anxiety.
I really did not have as bad of a childhood as majority of people in life.
Okay, let's just say anxiety.
Okay.
Talk to me about like school. Like, did that anxiety like carry on with you through school? Like, were you at school having panic attacks, or was it more so like, you just kind of coasted through school? And
as far as I can remember, I never had panic attacks during school. I might have had anxiety little spurts, but I never had to fully had an attack. Okay. When I had my first attack when I was young, I didn't have another one until I was probably, as far as I can remember, and as far as I let myself show it, I guess. I don't think I had another one until I was in middle school.
Okay.
In middle school, I had my surgery. So, like, I had that on top of my anxiety and everything. So it was, like, a lot at school.
Do you want to get into that surgery?
I mean, I can. It's not anything, like, I don't think it's extreme. Everyone else seems to think it's extreme.
Go ahead, say it.
I was in 8th grade, middle school. I felt like the, like, right side by my hip was hurting every time I sat. And I was like, could be nothing, whatever. I'm at school. And it kept hurting. Every time I sat, it literally felt like a whole thing shooting up my back. I was like, okay, maybe I should tell the teacher. So I told him. I said, can I please call my mom? My mom's in the medical field. Like, I think there's something wrong with me.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, nothing's wrong with you. You can wait till the end of the day and call her at home. Literally would not let me call her at all. Wouldn't let me go to the nurse. Absolutely nothing. I was like,
cool.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking about it too much. Maybe it's absolutely nothing. And then I get home. I'm letting my dogs out. And I call my mom from the house phone because I didn't have a cell phone at that point. And I'm on the phone with her and I'm like, hey, like this side of me hurts. Like, I don't know what's wrong. And she was like telling me what to do to see. And she was like, I think it might be your appendix, but I'll take you to work. Let people check you out. And if it's nothing, then you got to stay with me at work and then I'll take you home when I go home. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So she comes and picks me up, takes me there. We sit for a little bit talking. And then she worked at a women's healthcare center. So they had like ultrasounds and stuff there. So they did an ultrasound on that side of my body. And they're like, And I remember laying there when they did that noise. And I was like, what does that mean? And my mom's like, what? And they're like, I think you should take her to the hospital. And they go, why? And she's like, because for, I don't know, males that don't know or whatever, ovaries sit like right in those areas where your hips are.
I still had no clue that was there. I didn't know it was her hip that was hurting when this happened.
Oh yeah, so. It's like right, like think of like a hip, the right side where like your appendix is.
Is it because of the tubes? Like if you look at the diagrams, you look at it sex ed, you get those fallopian tubes right there. Are they in there?
Ovaries it's separate self, baby.
Oh no. All right, keep going.
Okay, so it was my ovaries. So they were like I see blood flow around her ovary, but I don't see blood flow like parts of her ovary. So they thought my ovary was like dying, they're affected, something was wrong with it. I don't really know. I don't remember a lot. But my mom freaked out, took me to the hospital, called my mom, my grandma, like made sure everyone was okay. Fun fact, my mom has a lot of friends in the medical community, and they all watched me grow up. So when I got to the hospital, my whole room was full of nurses and doctors I've known my whole life. And I'm like, this is weird. Like, I didn't even know what was happening. No one was telling me anything at this point. Gave me another ultrasound, and they're like, I see blood flow, so maybe it's okay. And then they like did a different angle and realized that my ovary was twisted.
Ooh.
So fun fact, when your ovary's twisted, there's no blood flow going through it, so you can lose it. Ovaries have, as far as I understand it as a woman, ovaries help you conceive babies.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, okay. So they thought my ovary was twisted and it was dying. I am 10, I have to be like 12, 11 at this point.
11, 12 years old.
Yeah,
on there.
So when they figure this out, they tell my mom and dad everything with me in the room. And the doctor that is going to be performing the surgery looks at me and he's trying to explain it to me. And he's telling me if he can't save my ovary, I most likely will not be able to have kids. And me, that age, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I don't know what you're like. I'm not even thinking about kids. Like, cool. Like, I don't care, right? Turns out it was just a cyst. I'm very prone to cysts now. They happen all the time. But it exploded, and instead of liquid comes out, it was blood. So that's what the blood flow they thought was. It's okay.
I hate blood. I hate the sound of hearing it.
Okay.
Okay. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
And my ovary was twisted. He did save my ovary and untwisted it, and the cyst they extracted. I have pictures of it upstairs.
I'm good.
But so I had scars, and I don't know what it is for everyone else, but when I was in middle school, we were not allowed to carry on backpacks. So post-surgery, I had to carry around all my books for my classes on the scars that I've had for surgery. I was not allowed to leave class early to go to class. Like, it was a whole thing. And, like, my mom, like got the teacher, to talk to the principal, because the teacher that wouldn't let me even call my mom, she was pissed at. And then she found out I wasn't allowed to, like, leave class early or have my backpack. She was even more mad because, like, my scars were still healing when I got back to school. They were just healed enough for me to be able to go and walk around.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know, when, like, people always say or in movies and TV shows, when, like, a kid is sick, everyone's their best friend. Because everyone's like, oh, like, I'm so sorry about everything that's happened.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that was me. Like, everyone was coming to me being like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Like, what happened? Like,
Getting
I'm
all
so
that
sorry.
attention.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't really like this.
Like, get the fuck away from me, dude.
Like, I am a very private person in my private life. So the fact that people knew what happened to me really bothered me. So, like, I knew someone had to tell them. Like, one of my friends had to have told everyone, and, like, it spread around. Like, I was so upset about it because, like, I'm a very, like, I like to, especially, that right there. Mm-hmm.
I like this here, this here, this here. If it's not here, if this is over here, this is not good. It's gotta be here, here, to here. If it's not right there, Josh, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass. It's fucking here, 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 here. Not here, 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 here. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the zoomies for a second there.
Okay, Ruby.
I had the zoomies.
But I absolutely hated it. But luckily this was like 2-3 months before school got done out for the summer. So I actually, this is a whole other thing. But we will not get into.
Wait, is that the same year that you went?
Yeah.
So surgery and getting sent to Alabama is in the same year.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
how? You weren't doing nothing.
Okay.
You literally were. You had scars and it hurt to move.
I don't ask 11-year-old Faith.
Where's she at?
In my brain. Nope, we're not doing it. Okay. But yeah, so elementary and middle school kind of blurred together. End of middle school, I remember more because of the surgery, and the episodes that happened before the freshman year of high school. I don't know if you want me to get into high school.
Yeah, go.
So I'm not going to get deep into anything because there's things that friends and family do not know about myself. You do. You know everything. You know absolutely everything about me. But there are certain things that friends and family do not know. I'm just saying it for preference if I skip a little bit.
What the fuck you talking about?
You know everything. Just you're fine.
Okay.
Me and
Keep
Josh
moving.
trauma dumped to each other the first 2 days we met. So just ignore him.
I think that's why we get along so well.
But high school, freshman year. So let's say I got in some trouble end of 8th grade for summer. So my hair, we cut. The most disgusting haircut I've ever had. It was to my ears, and I had side swoop bangs.
Like Justin Bieber?
Yeah, I literally had Justin Bieber haircut.
You look like a boy.
I did. I absolutely hated it.
It's 2024 now. That'd look good.
And that's at the point where I was having really bad stomach issues. So I looked like I was, I don't want to say anorexic because I feel like that's like mislabeling the whole situation I had. But like I was super skinny. Like I looked.
You were a twig.
Yeah, you could see my bones type of thing. Like, so like I had a gross haircut going into freshman year where there was rumors about me everywhere because of what happened. And I looked the way I looked, like terrified to go into freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom suggested like, why don't you join a sport and do the tryouts in the summer before school starts? And I was like, sure, Mom, cool. Why I decided volleyball?
Your short ass wanted to do volleyball?
I was in the back.
Oh, like
yeah.
You're the
Okay, don't make that noise ever again, bro. No. I don't know why I decided to do volleyball, but I did. So, I actually got super close with some girls in that volleyball team. I do not talk to them
That's
anymore.
what I was about to say. You don't talk to them.
No, I don't. They're still sweet.
No.
I still the sweetest people ever. I still see them on social media. Like literally, they're living life. Absolutely love it. But did freshman year volleyball. I absolutely sucked ass.
Well, you're 5 foot nothing.
I was so skinny. Like I had no muscle on me. Like no meat on my bones.
The ball probably broke you.
I literally at one of the varsity matches, because freshmen have to go to varsity matches to be like pretty much the lackeys.
Watch the team.
No, it was pretty much the lackeys. Like we had to like get the balls for them and like everything like that.
You were a ball boy.
Exactly.
Okay.
But during practice, we have to like stand on the outskirts to grab the fly balls and put them back in baskets. One of the girls on the team accidentally spiked it right in my face, and I had a bloody nose. This has nothing to do with my story. I don't know why it just popped in my brain. But she came over and apologized to me. Anyways, let me go on. I'm acting like you. Hold on.
What do you mean you acting like me?
Where my brain goes everywhere.
That's what happens when you're under the gun, baby. You gotta let loose.
So freshman year, I actually had a really good year. I made a couple friends that do I talk to any of them anymore? No. I don't. But for the time I was at, they were amazing friends. They were great for me. I really needed that confidence boost from them. There's a couple people I talked to freshman year that I never want to speak to again, and they absolutely know it. But we're not going to get there.
True.
Freshman year was good. There's I don't think any. Oh, actually, yeah. Freshman year of high school, I forgot. We had a lockdown because they thought that we had a bomb threat.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why I'm smiling. This is not funny. I smile when I talk about trauma. Please ignore me. But yeah, so I remember I was in my English class. And this English class in my high school was all the way in the like complete back with like the concrete like indoor classrooms with no windows.
Oh, you're talking about the mobile homes.
No, we don't. I don't know what you're talking about.
We had in my school, you go outside and then there's like trailers. And we had classrooms and trailers.
No, absolutely not.
No?
You've seen my high school.
Hey,
it's a big block concrete building.
It's been a minute since...
I need to find out if I can walk you through it one day. But It was all the way in the back. So, I mean, if people know me, they'll know what high school I went to. The middle school and high school is connected, right? So we were in the back. So this is my classroom right here. Here's the middle school doors.
Okay.
Right? So my brother's 3 years younger than me. So I was a freshman in high school. So he was in 6th grade. He just got into middle school. Where I was, that's where the 6th grade hallway was. So me being an older sister where I always had to protect my brother growing up, like just me and my brain, like growing up the way I did with kids, like I literally would like fight kids, like for him, like, you know, like, so I was freaking out. I didn't have a phone to see what my parents were doing or thinking or if they even knew. Like my brother was literally, if I walked out of my classroom door, 2 steps away was that hallway. I could go and find him. Like I had a panic attack in that classroom. Like I freaked out. We were in there for a couple hours. Turns out the threat was neutralized. I don't really know what happened. But it's one thing all of us still talked about in high school as we went on was that freshman year. I'll get past freshman year though, because I don't think really anything else happened. There was some not so fun things, but things that some people don't know.
We'll just leave it at that.
So,
all right. Let's now, you know, you went through school, you tried college.
You don't want to get into me bowling?
Oh yeah, well, yeah, let's do that. So you were into different sports, you know,
I was into one sport.
you're a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo.
That was elementary school, middle school.
Yeah, but that lives with you throughout your whole life.
Okay.
You don't just get revoked of a
Okay.
of a black belt, you know?
My parents went. So my favorite movie growing up was Rush Hour. Absolutely obsessed with Rush Hour. Will forever love Rush Hour. I said I want to do karate. So soon as I could get into karate, my parents put me in karate. And then as I got older and I had those anger issues from the past, mom and dad were like, we need to exert this energy into good. And they wanted me to learn self-defense anyways. So that's when they put me in Taekwondo.
Taekwondo. There's some cool videos out there of her beating some dudes, little boys' asses. She was whooping dudes' asses.
Okay.
But anyways, let's move forward. We're now back in high school. I just wanted to mention that because I think that's cool as fuck. The sport that is near and dear to my heart was near and dear to your heart, probably just as much at that time. Bowling.
So, my whole family bowls. They put me and my brother in a bowl, like literally put us holding bowling balls as soon as we could pick them up. So me and my brother grew up in a bowling alley. My parents would bowl in a adult league, and we would go and hang out and like sleep underneath the stools while my parents bowled, type of thing. Like, but once I turned like 7 or 8, I was like, I don't want to do bowling anymore. And then for sophomore year of high school, I didn't think I was good enough for volleyball, so I stopped doing volleyball, which the whole team was upset, which I don't know why, because I was absolutely sucked.
That's because you're the shit.
Okay. But the coach for my high school's bowling team was an old family friend. So he was like, why don't you come bowl? And I was like, I don't really want to. And he's like, how about you just bowl for like, you can bowl for like half a season. If you don't want to bowl anymore, I'm not going to make you bowl anymore, but at least try it. So I did. We made it to state my junior year of high school. I got a lot of friends in that community now. I actually don't like half of them, and they absolutely know it.
We know a lot of the same people through that.
We do, which we can get more into that when
we'll get into that later. Yep.
Yeah, but so I bowled all those years, made some good friends, made some bad friends, but yeah, we made it to state my junior year of high school. We got 9th in the state. We really sucked that day, but we got 9th in the state. Bowling for me was a good, I feel like, mental game for me.
Good out.
I felt like, because if you've never seen a girls' bowling team for high school, college,
It's nuts.
They cheer, they scream. Like, literally, I would lose my voice at tournaments.
Actually, guys bowling for college is like that now too. Like there's not like like I want. There's not
We
none
never
of
had
that.
that cheer.
There's none of that bullshit. But like we'll have like my ejectocito thing.
Yeah.
We made that up in college. That was our same reason why I say it now is why we said it back then. But like we had. Oh, that was gross. That was
Sorry,
gross.
we're so tired.
We had one where it's like for a 4-bagger, and we only would do it for strikes, and so a 4-bagger would be like, let me get a ham sandwich because it's
we
a ham
had cheers
bone.
for everything, and I know all the cheers, but I will not say them.
And then the next person or the person that did it goes, can I get a ham sandwich? And everyone goes with some cheese on it. Like we would have if everyone struck except for one person, we go, hey, let's just say I did it. Hey, Josh, we got 2 words for you. Suck it. And then we do it to our coach when we all struck.
Okay.
My coach's name was Jeff. Love him to death. Shout out to him. I'll be like, because I'll be the one that ran it because no one had the balls to say it except for me. And why are you giving me that look for?
Go ahead.
And I go, hey, Jeff. First time he did, he was like, what the fuck? Like, we got 2 words for you. And everyone yells, suck it. And it's like, funny. Okay, we'll move on. So,
You did it to yourself.
I did not even mean to press that. I
yourself.
didn't even mean to press that.
It was perfect timing.
Guess it was. But anyways, you didn't decide you wanted to go to college and go bowl. You just
so
wanted...
we're skipping past bowling.
No, I'm still talking about bowling.
I didn't. College I did not do.
No, so you decided just after high school you were just done with...
No, I tried college, hated it. I started working in a restaurant my senior year of high school, and then so I started in like March and we graduated in June.
Okay.
So it was a brand new restaurant around here, and so it was like so busy. I made really good money. So I stuck with it when I decided that college wasn't for me, and I worked a lot of shifts, and then I was like, oh, I want more money. So I worked at a bank and at the restaurant. So I'd work at the bank during the day, the restaurant during the night, and the restaurant on the weekends. Like 7 days a week I was working.
Terrible.
Just nonstop, working. And then got done at the bank, continued at the restaurant. This was, 2019? Okay, yeah. So I did that. And then 2020, when COVID happened, I left the restaurant because... there's a lot that was going on with management coming in, management coming out. I'm the type of person, when I'm at work, I say what's on my mind. Like I don't bat away from talking to my managers the way that I want to be talked to. Like if you're gonna yell at me, like working in a restaurant, you yell at each other.
Oh yeah.
Like my manager yelled at me, I yelled right back. Like we'll have the same energy. Like my manager would literally be in the kitchen being like yelling at me to run food. I'm like, how about you come fucking help me if you want me to run food so bad, because you put everyone else over there and I'm over here alone. And they would come and help me. It sounds so bad, but like I promise you, I was really good at my job. I was a trainer and they loved me, and that's the only reason I was allowed to talk to them the way I was.
That's funny.
They still ask me to come back when we go and eat.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I'm like, wait, hold on. Are you talking about that place? Or are you talking about it somewhere else?
Yeah, they still ask me to come back when we go there and eat.
It's a pain because I just want my food and eat, and then we gotta wait like another 25 minutes.
Some of the people that I worked with that were in the kitchen are now managers, so they give us discounts. You gotta talk if you want the discounts, but
I don't need the discount.
It's still nice, but we so I did that, and then after COVID hit, I left. And I went to, I don't know, I guess I can just say it, Ben's Pretzels.
Oh my God. Dude, I need to stop yawning. I need a yawn counter on this episode because I think it's already been like 20. I'm trying to fucking hide them.
So I did Ben's in 2020 when COVID hit because it was open completely, because it was in a grocery store. I wasn't going to say the name.
Well, I don't know if Myers is a...
It's an Indiana thing.
No, it's not, because it's in Illinois.
Okay, well, it's still a northern thing.
Might be a Midwest thing.
Either way, I wasn't going to say it.
But that's the only place they're in. There's not like a Ben's Pretzels like
yes, there
place.
Is. There's a Ben's Pretzels in a mall in Michigan.
That's in a mall that don't count.
It's an outside mall. It's not in anything. Yes, it does count.
It's in a mall. It's not like you could go to a restaurant like it's a McDonald's where you could just walk in, and it's one of those places where
they do have one of those actually in Crown Point.
Do they?
I've driven past it.
Whoops.
That has nothing to do with my story anyways.
Whoops. Keep moving on.
I swear, it's my interview and he's
inching.
still over here. Okay.
Keep inching.
So, 2020. Working there, it was open because it was in a grocery store, and the grocery stores were open. So the owners of the place was like, it was a franchise. So the owners of the place was like, we'll stay open as long as the grocery store stays open. I worked there all throughout 2020. Absolutely loved my coworkers there. There was 5 of us only because it's a small store. Absolutely love them. Babysat one of my manager's kids all the time. Like, funnest people ever. 2021. So, I met Becca. You guys have seen Becca.
Number one episode.
So you guys know
Becca
how,
Rex.
you know how me and Becca met if you watched Becca's episode. If not, the short rundown is we have the same ex. She saw me at work. She worked right next to me when I was working at Ben's, and we talked. We became best friends. She started going to Chikoshi. Nope, we're not. Yeah, we started going to Chikoshi, which is a beauty school, and it's around everywhere.
Yeah, just say it. It's not.
So she was going for cosmetology, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, you should go for aesthetics. Like, you love makeup, you love skincare. Like, I think you'd be really good." I was like, "Oh, we'll see." My mom has no idea I had this conversation. I get home. She has up on her computer screen, "Hey, look at this school." It was Chikoshi. I was like,
that's a match made in heaven right there.
I was like, maybe I'll take it as a sign. So I had a virtual walkthrough of the school to see if I would even want to. I got prices, how much money I would need, if I could do, like, what loans I could do, type of thing, to get my aesthetics license. And then I finally decided, you know what, I'm going to do it. So I had to give my notice at Ben's because it's Monday through Friday, like 8 to 9 hour days. So I went to aesthetic school for 9 months. 6 months? 6 months. I worked at Ben's on the side on the weekends when I could, kind of thing, to keep some money in my life while I went there.
Gotta keep that money flowing, girl. Gotta keep that money flowing.
I do not know so I graduated and I got a job right away. I do not know if I can say the company's name. I still work there now. Just because they're kind of weird about that stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to. Just say you're a waxer.
Yeah, I wax people for a living. Which,
she's all up in coochie.
Anyways, that's not the only thing I do, but
all up in the legs, and the boots.
Okay, so
and the lips.
Okay,
and
okay. I'm gonna unplug your microphone.
Nope.
Okay. So,
it's my podcast.
I went to school for that and then got out of it. I'm trying to talk fast and get through this because we've been recording for so long and I feel like
We're fine. Keep moving. Keep inching.
I'm not going to talk about school. It's really boring stuff. I met some great women there. They are the absolute sweetest women on the planet Earth, and I still talk to them every once in a while. So absolutely love you guys if you're watching this. I graduated school, started the job. It's all waxing. So I worked there for a year and a half, and then we'll say we had differences, and I left. And then I met Josh.
That's exactly the perfect segue. Now, you know, I mean, I think I'm decent looking.
I do too.
But the way that we met, I mean, it was good. It was cool. Kind of fucked up.
Why?
Because I found out months later that I was just a Bumble roulette game contestant.
No, let me get at this. Okay, let me my interview.
Yeah, I know.
My story.
I know.
Okay, so the night me and Josh met, it was in February. We had a girls' night, and we were like, you know what? Since we're all single and we all have dating apps, let's have a roulette. Josh was not one of the people that any of my friends swiped on. I swiped on Josh. As I remember, I swiped on him because the only reason I swiped on him, first of all, Josh's pictures made him look like a douche.
I was a college kid who loved to party.
Not when I met you.
Yeah, but those are old pictures from when I looked good.
But still, you still look good, babe.
I was chiseled back then.
I like you now.
My arms were twice the size.
I think you look way better in person than you ever did in those photos.
Well, you know, to each your own.
Okay, so Josh looked like a douche in the photos. Anyways, so I saw the podcasts of You Say What.
Yep.
Well, not Bash Shot podcast because it was Josh's podcast, but I have some words.
That was another one of my babies.
So I was like, okay, cool. Maybe I can be like start up a conversation and, you know, just talk to the guy. Never has to go anywhere, you know, like he looks like he's not looking for a relationship anyways.
I look like a fuck boy.
Yeah. So we matched. So we matched with everyone. We went through everything and we matched with everyone. At the end of the night, we all laid down and we kind of talked about what we were going to send to each other.
Oh,
like to
great.
those matches, right?
Oh, no.
So we're all laying in my friend's bed and I pull up Josh's match of me and him because we matched, right away. And I go, what should I say, guys? And they go, I don't know. Like, I see the podcast thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I should be like, hey, can I be on the podcast? Now thinking back on it, I don't know why the fuck he responded to that like message, because that is the stupidest message I ever could have sent.
I thought you were talking about educated and medicated.
You don't have that picture on there. You just had You Say What on there.
It was a picture of me sitting on set.
Oh, it was. It was.
It wasn't even like the logo. It was just me sitting there. Maybe I had the shirts that we made there, but
I think
like,
you had it in your description, like you do a podcast or whatever.
It would have been educated and medicated. It wouldn't have been.
Oh, either way.
You Say What?
I said like, yo, can I be on the podcast?
And I was like, yeah, come on.
We start talking, and then, like, you know, asking like the basic questions you ask people when you meet or whatever. And then he starts talking about, so okay, let me go back a bit. So we had girls' night, our guy friends had guys' night at a different house, like 20-30 minutes away, maybe. And one of the guy friends did not want to be there anymore because
oh my god,
the guys like to make fun of him every once in a while. He's more of one of the, we love it. He has a girlfriend now, absolutely adore. But so we went to go pick him up. And I'm texting Josh during this, but when we get to the house, Josh is like, oh yeah, like I have bowling tomorrow or whatever. And I was like, oh, I bowl. And he was like, you do? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, do you know so-and-so? And I was like, yeah, I actually do. Like, I still talk to them now. And he's like, no way. So we started talking and figuring out we have been in the same places.
Yep.
Around
probably.
the same time.
Yep.
And never crossed paths with each other.
Yep.
Like, literally never saw each other's faces. Absolutely nothing.
Which is weird, because did you ever pull the NWJPBIs or
no,
PK? Okay, then
absolutely not. I did the bare minimum when it came to bowling.
Then you wanted to see me. I think that was the only time I bowled.
I came to watch people, but I never bowled in them. But I went to watch people.
Yeah, that's probably why. I just like to say I apologize for the amount of yawning that is going on in this episode. For some reason I can't stop.
We're both tired. He has softball. I have work tomorrow. So.
We're muscling through this because we need an episode for the week.
But so we did that, and then we got back to my friend's house, and we're watching Tangled. I remember because it's all my favorite movie.
Yep.
So me and Josh swapped Snapchats because that's what 21st century kids do. And
kids in the early 20s do.
Yeah.
They don't spot. They don't swap spit. They swap snaps.
Yeah. And please don't ever swap your spit. I hate spit.
We swap spits every once in a while.
Okay. So we swap Snapchats and we start talking on there. We're not gonna, but we start talking on there. And he's like, I have bowling tomorrow, but like, can we like talk tomorrow when I wake up? And I was like, yeah, sure. So he goes to bed, right? And I'm thinking, I'm not going to talk to this dude tomorrow. He's not going to text me. Like, there's no way that's going to happen.
She thinks she couldn't control this fuckboy.
So, no, I honestly and truly, I thought we were just going to talk for each other's attention and never speak again.
Oh.
And you thought the same thing.
Well, am I allowed to say like
no.
Okay, yeah. We thought something else was just going to happen and it was going to be that, but
put two and two together.
Yeah.
But the next day you bowled. We Snapchatted the whole day, which I was very surprised of. And then he springs it on me, right? He's like, I'm going to stream. And then do you want to FaceTime afterwards? I'm freaking out. I'm like, I literally like need a shower. I like was like, am I going to do my makeup? Is that too extra? Like, what is happening? Like, a man has never asked me to FaceTime when we've never met in person.
I'm telling you, I'm a different breed. I'm like, call me like the good Harry Jowsey. Like, like When I need to turn on the game, I turn on the game. You think I have no Riz, but I just Riz the shit out you right there.
So we FaceTime. Well, I watched your stream first. So I showered.
That's
and you
right.
were streaming Fall Guys. So I watched your stream.
Me fucking dominating Fall Guys.
I thought it was a little cringy at first.
I was kept on winning though. That was.
I know,
my
but
game.
you were nervous because you knew I was watching.
I was not nervous.
You told me you were nervous.
I might have been.
Okay.
But, I think it might have been the Riz. I think it might have been the Riz.
So we FaceTimed afterwards. It had to have been like 5-6 o'clock at night. We FaceTimed.
We didn't get off the phone until I had to go to bed.
We literally talked for like 3 hours about everything and anything.
Yep.
While we were on the phone, Josh was like, "Hey, do you want to go on a date next Friday?" So it's Sunday. He wants to go on a date not that following Friday, but the next Friday, right? It's important you know that.
Yep.
And I was like, "Yeah, of course. Let me know what you want to do, whatever." Yep. Okay, next day. You know, he's at work, I'm at work, we're talking. He's like, "You know, actually, can I come out and see you tomorrow and have a date?" And I was like, "You want to see me tomorrow instead of next week?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." So nervous, right? We go for sushi. We watch Perfect Match season 1 because that's when season 1 was out.
That's why it's our show.
And then, so we did that. And then... Actually, Josh, fun fact, Josh walked in my house and immediately kissed me.
The Riz.
He did.
My game, like, I'm telling you guys think that I'm some, like, nerdy media dude. I'm like, your boy's got some game. Like, I throw it down. Like, I could throw it down in the kitchen now. I could throw it down in, life. Like, we'll have to have an episode about how to Riz.
But, so we had our date. It was a really good date. We actually went for ice cream after we watched Perfect Match and talked for another, like, 2 hours about future goals and future life.
Yep.
He went home. We still texted all the time. Wednesday. So this was Tuesday. Wednesday, I had a dinner date planned with 2 of my friends. And so I went out with them, and we always went to this certain bar on sorry, we're all staring over here because the dogs.
Blue just came down there.
So we were going to a bar, and he knew that because we had that discussion that I went to that bar with my friends. He was like, "Can I come with?" And I was like, "Sure, I have no problem with that." You can take it from here what you want to say, but I will say I just wanted to emphasize Josh wanted to go on a date a whole like week and a half later and then saw me the next day.
Well, here's my thing.
Okay.
I felt like if I would have waited, it never would have happened.
I think it would have.
I don't think so.
Why?
Because I've been around the block a few times.
Were you scared I wasn't going to talk to you?
Yep. I've been fucked over more times than I could count. And I'm like, I ain't waiting. I'm like, I got the time. I'm 25. Or at the time I was 24.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 24. I'm like, I got goals that I want to achieve. And I'm like, you know what? This might be it. So you never know. You take 100%. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's one of my things. And trust me, I've missed a lot of shots. This Riz ain't 100% capture rate. You know what I mean? It's definitely just a regular Pokeball when you throw it. But I was like, you know what? Let's rock. And we started rocking. What is Blue doing?
He's eating something. Stop. Sorry, my dog was eating something.
But it ended up turning out really good. And then what was like that thing? Well, was there like that specific thing that was like, oh, yep, I need to date him.
So you have my back?
Hello?
Hello?
What the hell just happened?
You elbowed something.
I elbowed something, but...
Hello?
Okay.
We're good?
We are good now.
Okay. So I think when we had our first, actually, my friend Zoe, who has also been on the podcast, can attest. I FaceTimed her after we got off from FaceTime that Sunday and basically freaked out about like how much we had in common. And basically told her about you. And then when you came out for that date on Tuesday, I'm not going to get into details about this. I was in a relationship. We weren't on the same page. It was a really tough time for me in that aspect. So when me and Josh had that date and we started talking and realized our goals were the same in the same time frame, I was like, I don't know what this means. And I don't know if you're just like fibbing to me, but it made me definitely feel like it was like a sign of like, we need to like see this through. Like
I knew right away. I'm not fucking kidding.
I'm much more hesitant. Like
I knew right away. It was so weird. I'm like after we hung out the first time, I was like, okay. But after we hung out the second time, I'm just like, something feels different. Like this shit's hitting different. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to explain. Like, cause I never felt like that before. It's almost like when you go into one of those like hurricane pods or tornado pods, like at like a museum.
I get motion sickness. I don't do that.
Or it's just like, poof,
okay.
And it fucking smacks you. I'm like, damn, I guess this is my life now.
Wait, make that noise again.
Damn.
Oh, thanks.
Damn. But yeah, there wasn't like a specific thing where it's just like I didn't do something.
I think it helps that we talked for a good month. Like just hung out.
We didn't rush.
Like no, we hung out. We like met each other's family and friends and got to know each other. Yeah. Like before we started being official boyfriend girlfriend. Like, which I still think sounds like, I don't know.
It's weird calling you my girlfriend.
Yeah, it's like childish. Like I feel like
it is,
you're my boyfriend. It's
so like you're just my girl. Like you're technically my girlfriend, but you're just
I feel like we have the mindset now, and we did for a little while now of like we're each other's future.
Yep.
So it's like weird, like saying like, oh, you're my girlfriend. Oh, you're my boyfriend. Like we know what our goals are and like where we want to be next year type of thing.
I'm hoping. Yeah, hoping.
What do you mean you're hoping?
Hey.
I'm where you're at, babe.
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I am ready, rock and roll, ready to go.
Okay.
Just letting you know, we don't have to go into the rest of it.
Okay.
If you want, we could. This has been really good. We could keep going on this topic. But just so you know,
I'm here for what you need.
Me too. But we could tell. Audience can already tell. We need some sleep.
You're going. He acts like he's going home right now. He's not.
Oh no. And I'll be up until like fucking 3 a.m.
Exactly.
But yeah, so nothing.
I feel like there was nothing specific. I'm the type of person, especially when you met me, that actions speak louder than words. Because I like literally had so many words spoken to me over the years of this will happen, I'll do this, I'll do that, and it never actually happened.
Same.
So I needed that reassurance of it actually would. And I think you showing up every day and like us constantly talking, you constantly being interested in me and me constantly being interested in you, and like us, like the factor of like us wanting to actually get to know each other and not, here, I'm going to ask you these questions because I feel like I have to. Like, I think we both...
No, I can't stand you.
I'm
kidding. I'm kidding.
I feel like we both appreciated our passion for things when we met. And the way we talked about things.
Yep.
That helped with us. Like, we would sit and talk for hours without anything on in the TV.
We still do.
I know, but like in the beginning it was weird. Like I never had that before.
Oh, I've done. No. Now Like if it was my boys.
No,
Like,
I'm
we've
talking
done
like
that.
significant other.
Yeah, I never did that.
Yeah. So I think that definitely helped. Like, I mean, do you want me to say who said I love you first?
It was fucking me.
So Josh said he loved me first. I said it like a couple days later back.
I guess.
You told me I didn't have to.
You didn't have to. I wanted to. And well, you know what? Fuck it. It fucking worked, dog. It fucking worked.
No, it was the thing of like I felt like I was in love with you. I had that feeling. I had that like knowing. I was so scared to say it.
Oh, I know.
Like I was absolutely terrified to say it.
I'm putting my balls on the table here. Huevos on the table. And
okay.
I'm like, not literally. Figurative. What? How do you say it? Figuratively.
Figurative. Oh, now you're making me say it weird.
Not literally. Yeah, not literally. Just put it that way.
Okay.
But the huevos on the table. Throw your cards in one basket.
Okay.
Are you ready? And go for it. And that's what I did. And you see how we are now, and we can't stand each other now. We just want to get away from each other.
We fucking hate each other, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck I'm on this podcast.
Yep. Here comes the other doggy. But that would be perfect timing. Thank you guys so much
Hi,
for
Ruby.
Thank you guys so much for showing up. This is Every Inch Counts podcast. I'm your host, Josh Bogs Life Boger, with my guest this week,
Faith Zimmerman.
and I will be with you next week. Peace.